Sound like you were talking to your girl.
No, I was talking to an old friend from high school. She's getting married. I'm I'm in the wedding, so she was just talking to me about some certain things, and no,
Gotcha.
that was really it. Just catching up on shit. And like start.
Okay. Don't worry about that shit. I'm ready when you are, man. I'll be right back, though.
I'm gonna get started.
Okay.
Thank you. Acknowledged. Confirmed. We must sacrifice to stop what is coming. Closed retrieval mission, Gulf of Mexico.
Double time, double time.
Huh? What the fuck is it? Hmm. No. Let's go. Go, 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 go. This one. There you are.
Yo.
There you are.
And AJ had sent me a message. I don't like fucking doing messages. Just rather talk to people. I'm lazy, I guess. People sit there and they'll write like 15 pages of text. And I'm like,
Lyrics has
what
brought
the fuck
unsettling
is wrong with
news.
you people?
The devil splices have used
You don't
sin
like?
to
Just,
resurrect an old foe.
no, I'd rather just call
Tenets
you
of
for 2
Scar have
seconds, say,
become
hey,
tenets perfected.
no. And then
Tannis is
hang
about to
up.
destroy the splices. Using Siva to reanimate his body and
No, that's
overtake
not
his
gonna work.
territory. Lord Saladin says you were
Ugh.
indispensable in old Russia, Guardian. We thought you should be the one to handle this.
You know what really aggravates me when you're trying to sell something on wherever, YouTube, or, I mean,
Sepix, the Iron
offer up or whatever it is,
Right.
and you write price firm, and then people hit you up like, would you take $100? No, bitch, I told you I'm gonna take 300. You fuck.
So I want to
But
ask
and
your
that's
advice on something. Okay.
yeah,
So I got a couple um, uh, phone interviews yesterday and today.
yeah.
One is they're both business related, nothing to do with what I'm doing right now, right? Um, and one of them is logistics where I make a base pay, so no matter what, I'm getting paid. Um, and I get uncapped commission. I basically try to sign contracts for uh, these freight shippings, basically to use us as the
Are you talking low or is my headset low? Hold on a second.
okay.
Okay, now talk.
How about this better?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Way better.
So it's a logistics company, basically where they contract. Uh, we sell the service to these freight companies that use us as their means of transportation. Uncapped commission, and I have a base, so even if I don't do anything, I have that base to fall back on. It's a
Right,
really good base pay, like really good.
right.
The other one is basically the same thing. I start off as a recruiter, and I follow around with an account manager to do meetings and all that stuff, and it's basically selling a service, going to these companies saying like, hey, let us do the hiring for you. Um, and
Right.
after like 6 months, they'll raise my base pay up $10,000. After that, if I'm good enough and they make me an account manager, they'll make it up to 48,000 where it's uncapped commission, and they average up to $200,000 with my account manager. Basically going around meeting up with these managers saying, hey, use us. So I'm curious as to what you think about all that. They both offer
Um,
base pay with uncapped commission.
what was the second job?
Basically, it's using the service for hiring and recruitment.
Fuck
We'll
that.
do it for you.
I picked the other one, logistics. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. That's me though.
I had the phone interview with the recruitment, and I had a talk with the logistics company today. So I applied today to it. I forgot to email the recruiter so we can set up a phone interview because that's the one I like. One, the base pays higher starting off, and it's still uncapped. So you know,
Logistics in itself is a you always have a job.
hmm
It's people burn out of that job a lot quick. The people that are in logistics planning stay in it forever. There's a lot of money to be made. You seem that type of person that you do well in logistics
appreciate it, man.
because it requires a lot of problem solving for a lot of parts. So I think you'd be good at that. But
I appreciate that. I'm gonna take. I'm considering it. That's like right now the top one. I mean, of course, that albeit that. Oh my
no, but
god.
even like when I was going to school, college wise,
hmm
um, my professors are like, dude, you need a job in logistics, do it. Good paying gig.
Because I remember I had a conversation with you about um, career choices and what's the best thing to do. And I remember that I told you when I first met you. If you remember this, I wanted to be a PA. And you're saying
Yeah.
how your friend is a PA, went to school, is in school loan debt, and you make just about as much as he does, and you don't have any school loan debt. But you didn't go get your master's.
Yes.
You don't get. You just have your
Yes.
bachelor's. And so it got me thinking. I'm
Yes.
like, I don't need a master's. I just need a job that's going to pay as much as basically having a master's degree, but not having to go get it. And
Yes.
I remember that conversation vividly. It's one of the conversations I remember the most. A lot of people, because like when I have meaningful conversations that actually mean something, I will remember it. And that was one of them. So ever since then, I've always been thinking about what is the smartest thing to do. Because my parents were like, "Oh, go up to school." I'm like, "Damn, that's a lot of money that I don't want to spend on paying back for the rest of my life." So that's
Yeah, I think that's one of my best things is that I don't have any. I graduated with $2,000 in student debt.
I have $33,000 in student loans, and that is not that's still low. Nowadays, $33,000 is low, and that's sad. Like to think that
Right?
people
Yeah.
are hundreds of $1,000s in debt. Like my my future sister-in-law, she's hundreds of $1,000s in student debt to be a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And you know what? To each their own. But I appreciate that conversation with you. And it replayed in my head today about that I had with you. It's like one of the
Well,
first times I met you.
I mean, it's like a business. You
Hmm.
gotta know what to invest in and what. If it's gonna take you 100 years to repay your student loans, then why even do it? You're starting in a hole. It's like
Hmm.
you can't put everything on credit. I mean, you just but like when you're buying a car, by the time done paying it off, it's a piece of shit.
I'm gonna
But
come
with
to you for my
jobs,
I'm gonna come to you for my next car. Just so you know.
but
I don't know
with
if you.
jobs,
Yeah.
for sure. I'll hit that.
You get commission off of that or no?
No, I don't get commission off of shit. I get commission off of cars that I sell directly, sure. But
Okay.
um, I get paid on cars that sell that I purchase. That's what's.
Okay. So I'll make sure I buy a car that
Yeah,
you purchase.
but I get a percentage of the total gross. So if we don't make any money on that car, then I wasn't buying it.
Right.
But
So
I have friends in the business that if I have friends or family or whatever, I can hook you up because
motherfucker.
somebody's texting me.
It's fine. I've died 3 times. That means it's 30 push-ups.
Oh shit, this bitch is fucking wrecking me.
What do you
Um,
say? What would you say is the best car, new or used,
for
to
what?
buy? Say for a four-door sedan.
Value wise, I mean, value wise, you get a really good value on an Altima or Sonata, but I would, I wouldn't put you in one of those cars.
Hmm. No, I don't want a grandma car. I don't want a base model. What kind of car do you drive, if you don't mind me asking?
I drive a company car, but I have a company car and
Oh
I
my
have my
god.
motorcycle.
I have you have a motorcycle? It's you told me, yeah.
Yeah, I drive a BMW S1000 RR. It's a sport bike.
Like I'll travel to
Yeah,
Orlando to do it too. I don't mind.
that's that's my fun. That's my fun toy. But I deal in cars all the time, so that's not even. Cars aren't really fun to me. I mean, I guess I could if I was in a flag car. I'd probably buy a GT or
Right.
something with power, or one of those new. What do you call them? The Chrysler Challenger or Charger. Not the Hellcat. It's like the demon Hellcat or something like that.
Right. Oh, I gotta kill
My
it.
wife is texting me. It's impossible to play games with fucking. I gotta cancel every. The guy who's playing with is like, this guy sucks.
Yeah, he's so sick.
Oh, you can get a really cool base 370Z for 23 grand.
He's not three. I remember
That's
when I first moved to Florida, I got pulled over by an undercover cop in my car.
The 370?
Yes.
I mean, that's a fun car, man. For a single dude, no kids.
Oh yeah.
Maximas would be good.
The new Maximas are nice though.
Yeah. I mean, pretty good body, yeah.
Oh my god, he's almost fucking dead.
These things are these stupid things that go away.
Yeah, I kill all these fucking diva shit that drain his
Every time I
power.
think they're done, they keep fucking coming back. Any more?
Got him.
You prevented Siva from restarting Tanix's mercenary operation. The
I got the
nanites
cloak of
continue
Tanix.
to evolve their function.
Bitch.
The Guardian will have plenty of opportunities to study Siva.
Cloak of these
The devils are
nuts.
far from defeated.
The sleepless gaze. Staring contests are yours to win. What the fuck is that? Man, I really killed it in that game. Staring contest. Well, let's use it. I don't know what the fuck that is, dude.
Alright, I died fucking 5 times. That's 10 push-ups per death. You gotta do 50.
There's a dude that does sports medicine that lives by me who works at a practice, and he probably makes a little bit more than me, but not much.
The Vex still mourn the loss of the Nexus mind. But for the Vex, time is relative. In one moment, a construct is lost.
Sports medicine.
Next, it is reborn.
I remember
When a
University of
powerful
Florida
part
sports
of the
medicine
network is
program was
lost,
like,
the restorative mind
it was
is
a
summoned.
joke to get into. It was
It
so
has
difficult.
begun creating a bridge through time. A bridge that, if it is not destroyed, will see the Nexus.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do sports medicine first. But, you know, it was just, I've read articles, I do my research, there's a lot more useful jobs in this country where you can still make a lot of money.
Dude, I would
and
go
not...
into computers if I had to do it again.
Oh, me too, dude. I'll be IT. I'll do something IT. Those motherfuckers make so much money.
Just do computers, but I don't fuck. I just do computers, whatever they do computers.
I have a friend. He was IT for a corporate office here in Jacksonville, for a supermarket, making like 70 starting. start.
Unless I'm
That
mistaken,
asshole.
barrier technology of this nature is
My
unstable.
brother, he graduated. He went to work for
Find an arc source. You can use it to short out the barriers.
Amazon, and he made 80. It wasn't IT though. It was
There's a new Amazon opening up in Jacksonville, corporate office.
yeah. Well, my brother works for Google now.
Oh, that's nice. Don't get rid of that job. Oh, you listen to me on your phone to watch us. If I didn't say anything, you wouldn't have watched us. Selfish. That's just selfish. Think this is on you right now? Damn, I'm fucking on fire, dude. Get out of my way. Back up. I wouldn't watch all the fails. Oh, wow. Listen. If I was dedicated to streaming all this shit, I would make a fail video just for the views for people to watch. I feel like that's how no, but you know, I watch a YouTuber, Badass Gaming. Funny shit, dude. All he does is like post fails and just crazy shit. If I watch a stream, and that's what I gotta do. Make fun of yourself on the internet, people fucking flock. Larry on tonight? No. Larry's not on tonight. Puta.
Were you ever on?
So I'm thinking that when DJ gets back on, he's gotta just make those videos of moments when we fucking fail. Just suppose, and people will that'll be the best way to get people to watch your shit. At least you can hear Mikey. Well, yeah, of course you can hear. I like how he calls you Mikey. I can't get the urge to call you Mikey. It's just Mike. I feel like if I call you Mikey, yeah. I feel like when I call you when he calls you Mikey, like, hey Mikey, like he's like a little friend of yours. Like when you're like 7 years old, hey Mikey. Bro,
no one ever called me Mikey.
Up until DJ, then DJ happened.
I mean, it happens on occasion with friends, but not in the
You've proven you're a
real
threat.
world.
Be ready, Guardian. Their fear has turned to anger.
What did I say about your videos? I was saying that I was watching a YouTuber today, and I subscribed to his channel, and all he posts are like fails, like funny videos of his friends, he and his friends playing Destiny. And you know they do a bunch of challenges, like this guy would like do a gun challenge. So they'll take Mikey is my friend with a heart. They'll so say that they do like a Jade Rabbit where all they do is use Jade Rabbit. They don't use supers, grenades, melee. They just go in and use the gun and that's it. And they're a good team. Like they win the majority of their matches without using supers or grenades. So it's stuff like that. It grabs people's attention. It's like, what? They use that gun only, or they have this thing of like called the Wheel of Misfortune, where they go into raids and they'll say, okay, you gotta use this gun. You have to have this gun equipped. You don't have to use it. You have to have it equipped. And you would think that you have your weapons that you take into raids to do well. And they just like take that away. Come out here, come on. Oh. So it's like stuff like that that you should think about doing, so you can get attention on YouTube. if you want your channel to grow. I don't know where you're at with the idea of growing your YouTube channel. I'm nowhere near as motivated to sit down and do hours worth of editing on a video. One, I'm not computer savvy like that, and I don't pretend to be. So it's just something to think about. I definitely suggest you watch some of his videos. Badass Gaming. And it's some funny stuff. And honestly, when I watch him play, it reminds me of us. So, I mean, clearly, if funny works, so I would definitely consider. I would look into that. I feel like you guys have left me. Okay, no.
I did.
No, we should have to do that. But like, I'm glad you said that. But like, seriously, check out their videos, or I'll tag you or send it to you. I don't know. I don't know if you can tag on YouTube. Probably not. And just watch. I'll show you like one of their funniest videos. And in fact, this guy went up against what the fuck's that guy's name? He's famous on Twitch. You should know this, DJ. He was one. He and his team were the first one to do the Wrath of Machine raid, and you were telling me how Bungie basically told him how to do it. What's the fucking guy name? He was bald with glasses. Well, I suggest you subscribe to this guy's channel. He's Dado does Destiny. I was actually watching a video of his because I didn't know that Fabian's strategy, Ace of Spades, were class specific exotics. So I wanted the Talalik, but you know, that's a warlock specific exotic. I didn't know that. So I watched some of his videos today too.
Oh, you sons of bitches. I just fucking got wrecked. So did he, because he was standing next to me. Actually, he's the one that drew the fire. That would have made the fail
Yeah,
video.
but it's only a fucking. See, yeah, I make these fail videos. But that's the thing. That's only a warlock exotic, and I'm not gonna spend my time to be fucking going through this shit in a fucking warlock.
Ah, I just picked the damn thing up.
But I don't know which videos you watched of Badass Gaming. I suggest you just watch one of their gun challenges or just funny videos. I'll show you. I'll kind of steer you to some of his really good videos, and he has two trials movies where he goes in the trials to try to help a friend of his get flawless, and they're fucking hilarious. So I just see what he does. Obviously, don't copy off of him, but you know, make a DJ. And you're very well versed in Destiny, so once you get enough subscribers, you can make videos of like what to expect with Destiny. In your opinion, people don't fucking watch it because you're DJ, and that's what needs to happen. Let me in.
The Nexus Mind must have been a vital resource. The very appearance of the restorative mind means we have the Vex off balance. Press the advantage, Guardian.
Just got the tiny dance in that box. It's so fucking funny, I love it.
And Cooch, True, Vanguard, of hardcore Destiny players. I will say this, and the reason why I like Badass Gaming is they're good, they don't flaunt it. Um, they are just like regular dudes that just fucking play.
That
That's why I
capacitor
say it
just lit
reminds me
up.
more of us
You
than
know what
anything
to do.
else, than these hardcore players that eat, breathe, and masturbate to Destiny. So, where's this shit from? I'll send you a link here in a second, just so you can see what they're like. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
That got its attention. Guardian down.
Good God. I'm not good with this character.
What character are you using?
Titan.
Motherfucker, I didn't want to slide right into him.
Oh, that's what happened to me. It's a fucking...
Why did you do that?
I was trying to get the fucking ball that was laying on the ground.
Okay.
It was right next to you, but... I figured if I was gonna die, I was gonna die.
Yeah, like a G.
I ain't scared. Dude, there's a fucking ball right there. Nobody can get to it. Take his draws attention away from him. There you go. God bless America.
Watch out
What's
behind
this
you,
guy
bro.
doing?
Watch out behind you, bro. Watch out behind you, bro.
He's dead.
Behind you, bro.
This guy sucks. We're still gonna wreck this bitch this time.
That capacitor just lit up. You know what to do. That got its attention.
Look how many is off of him now. I fucking wrecked him with this. Done.
What were you using?
Fourth Horseman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that because you get bonus for secondary and for arc. it's, it's 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 crazy powerful. You got it?
Kill them, kill them, kill
Oh
them, kill them,
shit.
kill them, kill them, kill them, kill them.
You bitch. Where's this fucking dude at? He's not even helping.
You're ready to shoot him now, because he's about to be dead.
Oh, I got him. Oh. Where are you? Did you get him? Turn that bitch off. There we go.
Once again, the mirror of time stands whole. Within, the reflections of the past shimmer as starlight. If the mind had succeeded, Venus may have gone the way of Mercury. Thanks to you, Venus is still perfect, living, real.
So,
Good, bro.
because everything that's going on the internet and everyone's purchasing everything on the internet, that's why I say logistics is forever going to be a crazy in need job.
Oh, logistics?
Yeah. That's why I say that would be a good career.
I mean, anything with anything related to logistics, I'm game for.
I'm tracking reports of fallen splicers spotted in and around the Hellmouth. Intel suggests they're hunting ogres. Get down there. Make sure they don't snatch up any more fodder.
It's based out here in Jacksonville, which I love.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna start the dishwasher.
Okay. Oh, this one again.
No time for sightseeing, you two. Hit the summoning pits before the devil splicers can grab any more
Trump in his
abominations
first
for their
100
priests to
days.
play around
Okay.
with.
So,
By play around, you mean
I'm away from Mike.
disembowel.
So I'm interested in what he has to say. Mike, DJ wants to know, with obviously no arguments, how Trump has done in his first 100 days.
Who are you talking
Why
to?
the hive? Seems like a dangerous fight to pick.
The splicers are playing God. They view Siva as a means to reshape life how they see fit.
Where?
The hive
Yeah.
are just victims of the splicers'
Who you
willingness
talking
to
to?
push their curiosity.
DJ wants to know, just as like a friendly banter, your thoughts on Trump in the first 100 days of him
He
taking
doesn't
office.
care. Doesn't matter what I say because he doesn't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it. It's bullshit. But no, that's a dumb question.
Listen, we're all friends here. I mean, well, I'm curious to see what you think. Listen, I voted for the guy, so my views are gonna be aligned with yours more so. different other things. I will say that my view on the wall has changed, and I'm
I
for
can
it.
admire the hive's tenacity. They close this
And
gate every time.
here's why.
Every
Um,
single
it's more
time.
to me than just illegals coming here. Um, you know, I read an article, I saw an interview with a former U.S. Marine um, about the wall and what he feels the point of the wall is. And it's not to keep the illegals out; it's to keep the terrorism out. Because they're seeing a lot of Middle Eastern descent coming into America. Now I don't know if that's I don't know how long it's been going on for. Um, and grade wise, I'll give him like a B minus. But in regards to the wall, um, the for me, it's more important for national security because you got these drugs coming in, and I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about hardcore shit coming through. Not saying that there's Middle East. I'm not saying they're all terrorists, but they're saying that the threat, the chances of a terrorist attack coming through via the wall, the border, is extremely high. And I'm for it. Now, of course, I've seen a picture on Facebook about how they took an arrow and took it from Mexico over the Gulf into Texas, Louisiana, Florida, blah, blah, blah. And that may be true. They may be able to take a boat. But at this moment in time, thinking about that, we're thinking about an immediate impact. I feel like the wall will be that immediate impact. So, in regards to the Trump, the reason I give him a B minus, quite simply, I like how he's handled Syria. I understand that there's a lot of people bitching about the hypocrisy of it all, and I asked a friend this, it was just a question whether he took it to light and he thought about it or not, because I don't give a shit, that's up to him. But I made the point. There was the tweets that Trump sent out in like 2013 or whatever, while Obama was still in office, about Obama's handling of Syria and how Trump was saying, "Oh, we shouldn't do out of Syria, yada yada yada." And in fact, when he went to the presidency, Trump wanted nothing to do with Syria. He wanted to stay out of it. He which is fine. I understand why he wouldn't want to. And of course, when he didn't want anything to do with Syria, that included the refugees. People started bitching about it. Oh, why aren't you helping the refugees? Well, he didn't want his part in Syria, so if he did part of Syria, he's not going to want his part in anything regarding Syria, including the refugees. Which, in my mind, makes logical sense. So now, with the gas bombing children, he bombs the fuck out of he bombs the fuck out of Syria, and everyone is bitching about him bombing Syria. So, as Mike just mentioned about the hypocrisy of the administration, I don't appreciate the hypocrisy of liberals. You cannot be mad at him for not doing anything about Syria and the Syrian refugees, and they get mad at him for doing something about what's going on in Syria. That's hypocrisy. So you just can't do that. That makes no sense in my mind how you can say, oh, why aren't you helping the refugees, and then he does something about it, and then and now people are saying, oh, now he's doing World War III. I think that whole shit with Syria has to be done, and I watched the video. CNN, DJ, CNN, I want to make sure you understand this. CNN, of a refugee, oh motherfucker, a refugee who was in one of the gas bombings back in 2013. And he said himself, this is a refugee. Now, he's only one person, but it's food for thought. If he feels like this, how many of these Syrian refugees feel like this? He doesn't want to come here. You know, it's that sense of patriotism. They don't want to leave their country. They want to stay there. So, for me, why are we going to force them to come here? Why? And we're not even. Well, not even. I don't want to say force. We're not forcing anyone to do anything. But why even argue the point of them coming here anymore if they don't want to be here? Just the idea of them not want to be here. If one person thinks that, okay, and that's just my feeling about it. So if they don't want to be here, then let's help them out over there. And that's why I agree with the bombing of Syria. Something had to be done, okay. And you know, my feelings aside about Obama, okay. I think he did some good things. In my opinion, I think he did a lot more bad things than good things. In my opinion, you can say whatever you want. I understand people's defenses about Obama, and that's to their opinion. It's fine by me. But for me, you know, people will look at presidencies of how they affected hit themselves personally, and Obama didn't really help me much personally. If I'm voting for a president that's going to help me, Obama didn't do that for me. Okay, so that's just my. I feel like the government in today's time we should be focusing on. Okay,
Oh, such a big fat cock and balls.
that's okay. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, DJ. So I was getting, and it was a banter with a friend of mine on Facebook. How he was saying that he hates that the United States is the world's police, right? So, and I can't understand at that point.
Okay, we're doing
But
this.
here's my thing about that. We have the number one military in the world who are just sitting by idly, just waiting to fucking do something. Okay, if they don't want to come here, let's help them out, and let's help them out and winning this war and liberating them. Exactly, it is our responsibility as a powerful country in the world to provide that to them. So what's the problem of Trump ordering a fucking bombing on Syria to show them motherfuckers like, hey, we're not gonna stand for this shit anymore. That is our duty as a powerful country in the world to make sure we do that. And you know what? That's not our fault. That's not our that is what's been going on with this country since World War II. Because if you remember World War II, we wanted nothing to do with that war. We had nothing to do with it. But what happened? The fucking Japs bombed Pearl Harbor. I was like, okay, motherfucker, well, here we come. And ever since then, that's what we've been doing. Ever since then, that's what we've been doing. So, you know, I understand the problems going on in this country, but I also feel like because I haven't been hit personally with a lot of these, I've never dealt with racism, and I hope to God that I never do. I've never been personally been attacked verbally by racism about where I'm from, whatever. I never have. And, you know, I walk around where I work, where it's not the nicest place in the world, the area, but it's not the worst place in the world. And, you know, you see people from every race, religion, just chilling out, talking, nothing bad. I've seen, you know, Muslims with their thing, I don't know what it's called, around their head, and no problem, absolutely no problem. And I just feel like the fucking media is just full. And I'm not afraid to say it. The fucking media is pushing up bullshit, and people are believing it. Okay, and I hate it. That's why I don't watch news. I hate the news. Absolutely hate the news. Everyone's talking about, oh well, you know, like how Fox News or some of these conservative news is alternative news, and that's I can say the same fucking thing about the liberal media as well. Exactly, that's both sides. So I hate that when Right, but what I don't like is that when liberals only say that shit about the, I mean, and I say this because I only deal with this on that side. I've never um, had this experience, you know. How do I say it? When I'm on social media and I'm seeing fucking arguments on these threads, the only people I see attacking anyone are liberals. Case in point. Okay, and it bothers me. Okay, it bothers me that all these liberals are proclaiming peace, but they're being the most violent ones out in the streets. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, now I'm not saying that, for example, when Obama won the presidency, that Republicans were overjoyed by the idea. I knew there were some racist comments about that. I'm not, and the thing I understand about me, DJ, I'm not naive. I'm not hypocritical. I'm not dumb. I'm not one of those dumb Republicans that is gonna be like, oh, you know, immigration's bad. We need to kick everyone out. Fuck Muslims. No, I'm not. I'm not like that at all. Uh, yes, you are liberal, you asshole. You have the most liberal motherfuckers I know. So shut up.
For real.
You're so fucking liberal.
Fucking bleeding.
It's like, but you know, and like you said earlier, and I'm gonna say this about the media. You know, people. I remember I had it was about the travel ban, right? And I posted an article. It was a conservative website. I'm a libertarian, which is different. The word liber is in there. I'm calling it the fucking same. So, it was about the, for the travel ban. I posted an article. It was from a conservative website. And the first thing, and I wanted thoughts. That's all I wanted was thoughts about it, and I don't remember what the premise of the article was. I remember when I'm doing this. And my brother's fiance, my soon-to-be sister-in-law, called it alternative facts. And I said, I know where the article's coming from. I said, I know. Okay, DJ, before you interrupt me one more time with your fucking typing, I said liber. I didn't say liberal. I said the word liber is in there. So for me, you're a liberal. That's very, very not arrogant of me. I'm just kidding with you, but you are liberal. I don't care what you say. And I got mad because she was calling the article. I know it's not the same, asshole. My God. I'm just messing with you. So the whole point I'm trying to say, with you not interrupting me, BJ, is she called the article alternative facts. And I didn't like that, because alternative facts is basically anything that's not that you don't believe in, that's against what your I don't say ideology, but what your political stance is. I feel like liberals would say alternative facts because it's not liberal. When I can say the same fucking thing about liberal media and those outlets, I can call them alternative facts as well. So I hate that fucking term. And I was very honest. All I said was, if you're not going to, you know, be productive in this conversation, then get the fuck out. I said this to my future sister-in-law. Okay? So I'm getting tired of people just being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go fucking kamikaze. Oh, okay, hold on. Ha! Ha! And my whole thing about the travel ban, I was not against the travel ban. I was against the ban of the legal residents through the vetting process, and that they were being, which was then fixed, and it was fixed. So there's nothing you can say about that. They fixed that. They were allowed in. I see nothing wrong with not letting in refugees. I see nothing wrong with banning the countries. Everyone's going to say about the countries that, you know, Trump, right? The people that had the green card and were already, yeah, that was my issue. That they went through the vetting process. So there's nothing wrong with fixing the vetting process. I don't understand why people were getting all uptight about that. I think more people were upset the fact that the countries that he chose over other countries. I, and how the countries that he didn't choose are the places he had business in. And look, Mike, I'm gonna ask you this: the countries that he did choose were countries that Obama listed as countries to look out for.
Correct.
Okay, so I know how long it takes to come here, but you don't understand. You don't understand. You understand, DJ. The reason it takes so long to come here is not because of the U.S. It is not. It is not the U.S.'s problem why people take forever to get
Some
here. It
creatures
is
of
the
the
country of
hive
origin in
speak
which they're coming
against the
from
will of
that takes
others.
so long. You want to know why so
Araku,
many
the
Mexicans
dark
come here
one, is
illegally? Do you know what the
himself.
average
Long
time span
ago,
to
he
become a
fomented
citizen of the United
rebellion
States is if
against
you're
the
from
king
Mexico is
and
over
attempted to
20
take
years.
his mantle.
20 years
Alakul
from a.
failed,
There's a guy
and
who took
now
27
awaits the
years to become an American
mercy
citizen,
of the hive.
and he's from
Give
Mexico.
the chance
Because
again
so many
and
people from
step
Mexico want to come
in
here. Do
to
you
the
want to know the
Oasis
average time
planet.
for a Colombian to get
We
their
must
citizenship
not
the
allow
right way,
another
going through the vetting
prince to
process,
rise.
is 4 years? Okay, so it's a huge. Yes, it is. I what? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So many people from those countries are trying to come here.
The Dark
No, it
One
is not. And
surfaces
even then, the
judgment
U.S.
in
doesn't
the
even have strict
depths of a
immigration
hive
laws.
prison. I am
They don't
feeding the
have.
managing
They want to
architect
make
of
it
Ghost.
stricter. Everyone's talking about, oh, I want to move to
Deep
Canada, but
shadow
Canada has one of the strictest immigration laws in the entire fucking world. They want you. They want you to have a fucking college degree. They want you to have a job and to provide to society. Meanwhile, people are bitching about how our shit is messed up when it's very lax, actually, very lax. Okay, and answer me this question, DJ. If it's on the U.S.'s end, then explain to me how the U.S. has anything to do with a Latino male taking 27 years to get into this country. Okay, so then why did it take him 27 years? Okay, why did it take the guy 27 years? I want you to explain that to me. Why did it take him 27 years? You want to know how long it took me to get my citizenship? 14. Tell me why it took 14 years. 27 years. It took him 27 years to become a citizen. Okay, that's one person, right? It took me 14 years. Don't say who knows. It's not the U.S. It's the country of origin that they're coming from. So many people are coming, and there is a waiting line to get in here from so many people from those countries of origin, and that's why it's taking so long. You can't tell me it's the U.S. The U.S. has nothing to do with this. You just said that the vetting process is 3 years. How many fucking people are they vetting? How many people are they vetting to come in here? There's a fucking line to get in here. It's not the U.S.'s fault. How you tell me how they're gonna fix it? Everyone's talking about making it stricter, but I feel like if you make it stricter, so Colombia didn't want you to become a citizen after being here for No, it's not Colombia. Wait, what? So Colombia didn't want you to become a citizen after being here for 14 years. It took 14 years. Listen, I don't know why it took 14 years. I remember was it 14 years? I'm sorry. Let me fix that. It was 7 years. I was 7 years old when I became a citizen in the United States. And I lived in the United States since I was 6 months old. It took 7 years to become a citizen. I remember because I was in I don't know what fucking building I did the Pledge of Allegiance, I had to sign some fucking papers, my signature was fucking awful, and
Are you
yeah.
not in here? What the fuck am I doing?
Dude, you
Where
won the
did you
other,
guys go?
dude, you're doing a different strike, you're doing the Ball Brothers, we're doing the, oh, cool.
No, what
Did
the
I,
fuck is wrong with me?
okay, hold on. Did I, in any of my words, in any words, any language that I say I blame Colombia for taking that long? I'm not. It's a fact. It it is a fact that it's on them. Hold on. Fuck you, dude. I don't understand how you can tell me it's the U.S. You just said it takes 3 years. You just said it took 3 years to go through the vetting process. Why did it take me 7? 3 years, and it took a guy 27 years. And if you say I don't know, I'm gonna fucking reach through the screen and bitch slap you. Tell me why it is taking so long for people to become citizens in the United States. Every person is different. Oh my god, this guy is such a dumb answer. On
Okay.
average, it is taking 20 plus years for people from Mexico becoming citizens of the United States. On average,
It's not
20 plus
correct.
years.
It's not correct.
Huh?
It's not correct.
What is it then? Mike?
Oh, I don't know the correct statistics. I'm playing the game, but it doesn't take 20 years to fucking become.
It took this guy 27 years. Don't criticize my answer. I'm not criticizing the answer. I'm asking you a question. If it's taking 3 years to go through a vetting process, why did it take me 7?
It's a powerful incantation. Hive runes hold the far door shut.
My scan says the runes draw energy from those.
If it's not 20, it's a lot more. Because I was talking to my father about this. I was having a conversation with my cousin, and my dad, who is very into politics, was one who told me. I did my own research on it. I had to find out where I read it, but that is the case where it takes a long time to become a citizen here, and that's why they're coming here illegally. I want to look this shit up. Hold on.
Yeah, from their own country. Correct.
Yes.
Taking forever for them to become a citizen or get permission to come over. It may
But
be
I
because
heard
the US
that
gives them a hard time about letting so many people in based upon trade. I don't know. Oh, mother.
but I don't know if it's the U.S. specifically or not, because I know. I mean, I do know that the U.S. has a cap on how many people they want to come in here, but I thought that was refugees and not just immigrants.
There's no cap. There's no cap in the US. You kidding me?
That's what I heard. I heard that there was a cap on how many people
There's
they
no
wanted.
fucking cap in the US. It hasn't been addressed by Congress since 1968 or some shit.
Okay, so if there's no cap, then it's not the U.S. If there's no cap on how many people the U.S. are letting into the country, then it's not the U.S.'s fault that it's taking them so long for people to become citizens. Is it wrong for me to think like that? Here's the thing: if I'm wrong, DJ, you gotta prove to me that I'm wrong. You telling me it takes 3 years, and then telling me that
Let's get to the other battery.
that it's case by case. In which case, it might be because I mean it took me 7, so the other guy 27, but it's taking more than 3 years
Guardian down.
to get all this shit processed, become a citizen. Okay, when you have millions of people trying to get into the country, it takes an army to process vetting, interviewing. Okay, so having said that, okay, fine. Having said that, how do you propose you improve it then? Everyone wants to make it stricter, but they're going to be bitching. I didn't say it's going to take a month. I never said it's going to take a month. Never said. That's not my expectation. I'm not expecting the vetting process to be a week. I don't want it to be a week. If it's a week, then we're not doing something right.
How about we start with a cap on fucking people coming in this country?
I seriously thought there was a cap.
No.
On refugees, I seriously thought there was a cap.
No.
That the Obama administration had a cap on how many refugees they let in, but they only let in like 20,000 less people. I read that somewhere. I forgot where it was. And that Trump wanted to decrease that cap and the travel ban.
Maybe from specific countries.
Maybe.
You're talking about.
That might be what it is.
In general, overall, total.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I think there might be a
for
cap on specific
country.
countries. I hear you.
That's
And overall, yeah.
Again, so for overall immigration, if there is no cap, what is the explanation of why they're taking so long to get in the country? Does it really take 27 years to find out if a guy's a criminal or not? Does it really take 27 years to find out if this guy's a fucking asshole or not? No. Okay, I talked to Mike one day and I knew the guy was an asshole. You're telling me it takes 27 years to find that out? No. No, that's not. They can't be right. They can't be right.
It'd be a big dumbass.
Girls know within a second of meeting you, within 5 seconds of meeting, if they want to kiss you or fuck you. You're telling me the U.S. can't determine if an immigrant who wants to come to this country is worthy of being? No. Trump administration announced a 4-month suspension of law. Okay, right. I know that. I'm talking about the immigration, legal immigration. The process that I went through, that my entire dad's side of the family went through, coming here. Drastic reduction in numbers of refugees admitted. This is from 110 under. Right, Obama said 110,000, but he only let in like 70 or 50. I forgot. You have to look that up. It was a ridiculous amount less than what he had it capped at. And Obama put it at, not Obama, Trump put the cap at the number of people that Obama actually let in, and people are fucking flipping out about that, which makes no fucking sense. He's gonna let in the same amount of people that Obama let in, even though Obama said, "Oh, we're letting this many more people," and actually only let in that many less people. How the fuck does that make any sense? 50,000. And how many did Obama let in? How many did Obama let in? Find that out for me. How many did he let in? You said Obama had from 110,000 under President Obama. That 110,000 was the cap. Okay. He did not let in 110,000 refugees. I feel like we would have fucking known about those guys somewhere, somehow. Trump's provision at 50,000 was because Obama had let in that many people in a year. So he's like, well, it makes sense to me. If we're going to let in only that many people, we'll just leave the cap there. $85,000 in 2016. Where the fuck are you reading that? Can you tell me the where you got that number from? I'm gonna look that up myself. Not that I don't believe you, I just don't believe that article. So I want to see where it's coming from. Pew Research Center.
I think this is going well.
What is the Pew Research Center?
You do not know what you face. The Dark Blade is formidable.
I'm gonna look this up after the strike.
Unchecked, a worthy successor to lead the Hive. The dawn has not come. It hasn't been dark enough yet.
That's very encouraging.
USA Today. Alright, I'm gonna look at that number. I want to know what's included in that number.
All I can say is whatever he thinks is bad, fucking, she would have been 800 times worse.
Oh, Hillary?
Yeah.
No, I'm not upset for picking Trump.
Fuck that.
And North Korea is that dude that talks a lot of shit but won't do anything. They're not. North Korea is
just gonna fucking start World War III.
Trump or North Korea?
That's North Korea.
Well, I don't think they'll do that. They're gonna get fucked royally if they do that.
China not buying their coal isn't gonna fucking change that stupid bitch's mind. I mean,
Bernie or Biden would have been better. I don't want a socialist in office.
oh fuck you.
You want to know why I don't want a socialist in office? Look at Venezuela. Venezuela is socialism at its finest.
Yeah.
And look how that country's doing.
I think any country is a socialist country.
If I'm correct, in the history of the world, any country that's had a social Venezuela's communism, they are a socialist country.
Only socialist leader that I would stand behind would be Jesus Christ. That's about it.
Venezuela is a socialist country. Look it up, please. Chavista, how it all started, is a idea off of socialism, not off of communism. Where is that?
Not there anymore, dude. Quit wasting your rockets. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Right, they took the idea of that everything will be paid through their oil reserves, okay? Then their oil reserves went to fucking shit. Well, that's not they went to shit, but I guess, what was it, that no one was buying their oil, the oil prices went up, and they, oh motherfucker. And now the country is in fucking disarray. I feel so bad for them, it's ridiculous. But whether it's it's based off of the idea of socialism, and that's what scares me. Socialism, let me tell you this for now. Socialism is a great idea until you run out of money.
Fucking taking my money from me to give to somebody else. You fucking retard.
You're telling me that the U.S. is the sole and only reason as to why Venezuela is in that situation. You're going to sit there and tell me that the U.S. is to blame for that. When I have literally just watched documentary upon documentary about this, and the U.S. was never mentioned once. And this wasn't like Fox News or anything like that. This was a UK documentary. Look it up. I was watching articles on it, dude. The U.S. had nothing. The U.S. was never mentioned it. Never once were they mentioned as to why they were in the situation that they are in. And listen, if they put sanctions in there, hey, blame Chavez because he's a fucking dick. He put that country the way they are right now. Shut up.
Why would the U.S. even suggest sanctions unless they were doing something wrong in the first
Exactly.
place?
What were the sanctions? What were the sanctions that the U.S. put on Venezuela? I would understand sanctions on Cuba, because Cuba is a communist country. I will Google the sanctions right now.
Probably because of some sort of
All right, I'm gonna look it up, DJ, because if that's true, I want to know about it. Oh, this is hilarious. On March 9, 2015, the United States President Barack Obama That's your dude right there. Signed and issued a presidential order declaring Venezuela a threat to its national security and ordered sanctions against 7 Venezuelan officials. Venezuelan President Maduro denounced the sanctions as an attempt to topple his socialist government. I'm done. That is the first thing that popped up on Google.
And their country was in a way more dire straits before that ever happened either. So
Yeah, this shit's been going on before that sanction even started. But that was your dude. Your dude Obama put that sanction on Venezuela. Let's see what that says here. Forbes. The Bolivarian socialist in Venezuela. God, that word socialist is just popping up everywhere right now. Have been claiming for years that the reason the wheels came up the economy there was because of sanctions that the United States was imposing. Obviously, taking a middle-income country, that an oil-rich one at that, into pecuniary could not just because the local politicians were not following idiot economic policies. No, of course. The green
socialism, not oil, is the cause of Venezuela's problems.
Well, the thing is, they put all their entire idea of living. Tensions between the countries increased after Venezuela accused the administration of George Bush of supporting the Venezuelan failed. Again, like dark bits.
Here's read this. Venezuela's economy has collapsed. Unfortunately, most people mistakenly believe Venezuela's policies created the successful economy prior to the collapse of the oil prices. The truth is, Venezuela's socialist policies held back its economy during the oil boom and are the direct cause of its economic collapse today.
That's
Upon
why
Hugo Chavez's death in 2013 and before the collapse in oil prices, Salone published an article titled Hugo Chavez's Economic Miracle that praised the success of his brand of socialism. Salone was far from alone. Numerous left-leaning pundits and celebrities, and even very influential economists, have held up Venezuela as a rare example of successful socialism economy. For example, in 2007, a speech sponsored by the Bank of Venezuela, Joseph Stiglitz, 2001 recipient of Nobel Prize, yada yada yada, talking about how good this economy is.
it was good when had plunged as the United States imposed economic sanctions against the government. Again, and who put that sanction on them? Obama put this has been going on before Obama put that sanction on there. They were going exactly 2014 Venezuelan protests. That sanction was put on them in 2015. This has been going on before the sanction started. Okay? And listen, if you heard me, I said socialism is a great idea until you run out of money. And Venezuela has run out of fucking money. And honestly, it's very sad. I work with someone who's Venezuelan. I have friends who are Venezuelan that have family, and it's tough. My cousin, my second cousin, her mom, because my second cousin lives in Colombia, her mom was murdered in Venezuela. Who cares if Obama? Y'all claim Obama. Did I claim Obama a socialist? I never said he was a socialist. I'm not a dumb Republican. I never said no one said those sanctions were socialist. I specifically read the sanctions placed upon Venezuela from Obama was because he felt that they were a threat to national security. That is why the sanction was put on them. The economic collapse of Venezuela was because it was a socialist economy. Bernie is a socialist. Bernie proclaims himself as a socialist. You think that you think and
he was in an interview actually, about Venezuela's economy and how great it was and how great socialism was in general, talking about that. Very same.
He is a proclaimed socialist.
For sure.
Absolutely. So like I said, capitalism is the way it works. Do you want to know why the U.S. hasn't gone to shit since the Great Depression? Capitalism, baby. Capitalism. You're fucking welcome.
But he doesn't like capitalism because it's greedy corporations.
Very interesting.
Just from talking to
DJ?
Eddie.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I understand. Bernie is a social democrat, not a democratic socialist. Okay. Learn the difference. I will learn the difference right now. Hold on. Even though we just said in interviews how he
Russian
likes
and even
socialism.
Golden Age.
Difference
I think.
between social democrat. I bet you it's a fucking fancy way of saying I'm a socialist.
House Winter from the ruins
For
of
sure.
Caracas. Were they there at
Because
the
what is
collapse?
this? I want to know how you can tell me there's a difference between social democrat and democratic socialist. Just because one word's put in front of the other one. I'm gonna look at this up though. So democratic socialism is promotion of alternative economic system in which the means of production are controlled democratically by the workers.
No. It's language.
Uh-huh.
Code, signal.
Despite those differences, social democracy and democratic socialism have both common roots in industrial revolution and the growing class separation between. Hold on, let's see here.
Civilization once stretched from the
Social
sun to
democracy is the promotion of a mixed economy in which a private capitalist sector is retained, but social welfare provisions are in place to make capitalist activity tolerable to society at large. Democratic socialism is a promotion of an alternative economic system in which the means of production are controlled democratically by the workers.
Shall we get started?
Despite those differences, social democracy and democratic socialism have both common roots in the Industrial Revolution and the growing class separation between proletariats or workers or the capitalists.
Are you thinking of
This
joining
class
me?
separation and the
I
existing
shall warn
economic
you
system
about the
is based on class
examinations.
conflict that's described by Karl Marx, who synthesized various streams of social studies.
Oh, the headache again. I swear it's these symbols. I see them in my
On
dreams.
reverse economic inequality. That's what you're saying Bernie's about. Alright. Bernie Sanders. I like how I type in Bernie Sanders and the first thing that pops up is Bernie Sanders Socialist.
From the North American Empire just before the collapse. You can tell by the eagles.
Alright, let's see here. Read an unbiased. Okay, I'll read an unbiased website. Let's see what I find. 14 things Bernie Sanders has said about socialism. This ought to be good. I myself don't use the word socialism, he said, because people have been brainwashed into thinking socialism automatically means slave labor camps, dictatorship, and lack of freedom of speech. Well, look at Venezuela.
The outcomes.
Even when Sanders ran for mayor in Burlington in 1981, Bernie never mentioned the word socialist in his campaign. Okay. When he won, though, it was Sanders.
A wind age, a wolf age, a presentiment of the collapse?
Kate 6 here. I've got a report to post. Any sightings of Hunter Anna Long last seen in the Manhattan nuclear zone?
Erd, Vertandi, Skald. Code names for Earth, Mars, and Venus in the pre-collapse holy text. Vex encryption. Unbreakable, so they say.
What being a socialist means is that you hold out a vision of society where poverty is absolutely unnecessary, where international relations are not based on greed but on cooperation, where human beings can own the means of production and work together rather than having to work as semi-slaves to other people who can hire and fire. You said that. Socialism has a lot of different messages to different people. I'm reading the political website right now.
Drifting out there, deep beneath dead oceans, signaling all the while. And we, the first to crash.
In Vermont, everyone knows that I'm a socialist, and that many people in our movement, not all, are socialists.
Colombia,
hmm
in the height of the golden
And
age.
as often as not,
Dazzling
and this is an
corruption.
interesting point that is the honest to God truth, what people will say is, I don't really know what socialism is, but if you're not a Democrat or Republican, you're okay with me. That's true, and I think there's been too much of a reluctance on the part of progressives and radicals. So right there, he just claimed that he's a socialist. On that same website, by the way,
What does the manifest say?
everyone knows I'm a socialist.
Late pre-Columbian
Socialism.
Look at
So
number
good
5.
people climb 15 feet walls and risk being shot to get away from it.
Number 5. You go on that political website with the numbers, the 14 times. In Vermont, everyone knows that I'm a socialist. If I could underline this shit, I would.
Socialism, making everyone equally miserable since 1867.
Found at the foot of the Great Pyramid, 755 feet to a side, 36,506 inches, less than a tenth of a degree from true north. Is the location significant? Ha! Everything's significant.
I just want to know, is there any way I can look at previous messages on this thing?
Rasputin's fingerprints are all
Because you
over
said that
this
he was a
thing.
social democrat.
Doesn't even care if we know.
You said that he's a democratic socialist. 20. If it was his critics, I think he would say that his critics. And he said, in Vermont, everybody knows that I am. If he was saying, right, okay, how can he not be claiming? He says, everybody knows that I am a socialist. If he was saying that critics were calling him a socialist, he would say, everybody thinks I am a socialist. I think would be the verbiage. And number 8, Bill Clinton is a moderate Democrat. I'm a democratic socialist. And you call them a social democrat. I wouldn't deny it, not for 1 second. I'm a democratic socialist. Socialist. That's in November of 2006. Same website.
He's wasting our time. Photographs from an ancient handheld communications device of the day that
What better proof is there than the evils of capitalism than the number of people willing to risk their lives to escape for the hope of prosperity of socialism? Oh wait,
in
that's
terms
the
of
other way around.
in terms of socialism,
too noisy?
I think there's a lot of work. So there's a lot to be learned from Scandinavia and from some of the work, very good work that people have done in Europe. So he's right here promoting socialism. I just thought you should know that.
can't tax yourself into prosperity. It's fucking retarded. Let's grow government.
Oh? What a strange puzzle.
Do you think I'm afraid of the word? I am not afraid of the word. Dude, he's claiming himself as a socialist on that political website. I go to Political Magazine. Why Democrats should beware Sanders socialism.
Very interesting.
But is what any of what he's saying a bad thing? Here's the thing about this free stuff is that okay. I'm not as I'm not as well versed when it comes
Where
to,
have we seen this
you
before?
know, how it would work with having free shit versus not having free shit. But this is what I know, layman's terms. Uh, there was debate between Teddy Cruz and Bernie Sanders. Did you hear about that debate? Teddy Cruz mopped the floor with Bernie Sanders. Just thought you should know. Um, where the plan, just so that everyone could have free health care, would cost us Americans trillions, trillions of dollars. I'm gonna find that video
From the North American
and I'll
Empire
send it
just
to you.
before the collapse. You can tell by the eagles.
So, all these countries are trying socialism and it may be working now. I don't know how long socialism has been working over in Europe when those countries like Finland, Norway with the free healthcare and stuff like that and free college. But where's that money coming from? They're taxing the fuck out of them, right? To get the money to pay for it. It was a CNN debate. Was it CNN? I think it was a CNN debate. My understanding is to get the free healthcare, the free college, the free everything, to get everything free, you have to pay for it. Still. Okay, they don't just fucking print out bills and everyone and it's like, oh, we printed out money, here's free stuff. They tax them a ridiculous amount to have the free stuff. So technically, it really isn't free. Okay, yeah, watch it. I want to know what your thoughts on that is. And I'll tell you this right now. I've read comments on that, and people who support Bernie, who are liberals, have said that Bernie Sanders lost that debate. I want you to watch it. So, am I right, Mike? In order to get free healthcare, free school, the only way to pay for that is through taxes. They would have to tax us, the American people, trillions and
Yes,
trillions of dollars.
you cannot tax an economy into prosperity. It's fucking retarded.
Yes. I'd rather get taxed 30 to 40% than have 40 different taxes, state income. Then move to Florida. We don't got state income tax. There's in Maryland they don't have taxes either. It's all dependent on the state. Okay? The thing is, I don't want to pay 30 to 40% in taxes for something that I might not use. You do understand that?
That's why I don't live in New York.
New York just went to free college.
60% of your tax dollars work.
Okay, but
Everybody gets to go to school for free.
So, DJ, yeah, but there's a tax. Okay, there's a tax for everything. But yeah, if I don't, why am okay? The whole point of health insurance, the whole point of insurance, and it's funny, and I'm telling you because I worked for insurance since 2014. Insurance, ironically enough, is a socialist idea. Okay, everyone pays their portion. Let me talk. Everyone pays their portion, whether it's healthcare, auto, home, life. Everyone pays their share into a big bucket. And if you need it, the insurance companies will take money from that bucket and pay your claim. And what happens when they pay your claim? They punish you for using the money that you paid by surcharging you and increasing your rates the very next fucking year. Okay?
To pay the money
Socialism.
back.
To pay the money back.
Vex encryption.
Insurance is socialism. That's socialism right there. A part of it. That's insurance. So people get pissed off with like, I'm paying for something.
But that's not true socialism, because
That's right.
with
It's not
true
true.
socialism, you wouldn't be adding money to that bin. You wouldn't
Exactly.
have to pay more. It would just
Exactly.
people be working harder that make more money have to pay into that shit.
So the insurance companies are charging people for using the money that they're paying for. So why am I?
Signaling all the while.
So explain to me if this is fair, because the idea is a socialist idea, insurance. How is it fair that you pay insurance for something to protect your assets, but when you use it, you get punished? How is that fair? So you're gonna tell me you're gonna tax me 30 to 40% of my paycheck
Dead king.
for free healthcare, for all this free stuff that I might not use.
9 words.
You're gonna tax me 30 to 40% after I graduated college?
Osiris.
So I'm gonna pay for Johnny down the street? No. My parents pay for my school. I pay for my school. Let them fuckers pay for their own school. If I'm making more, okay. See, if you're making more money, yes. Okay. Here's my rebuttal to that. I want you to listen to this, okay? And this is like the classic valedictorian speech of the valedictorian who's an immigrant. Ready? Because I remember this shit when I graduated high school. The valedictorian was an Asian girl. My family, we came from a different country, and and they worked so hard. My dad kicked his own ass to make 6 figures here. Okay? He worked his ass to give me what I deserve, and my whole goal in life to be better than my father in any way, every way. A better man, a better husband, a better father. I want to make more money than my dad, okay? That's my goal as a son.
Does it mean? Signaling.
If he worked for that money,
No language known.
worked hard for that money, why is it fair to take the money that he earned to give the fucking Letitia with 5 fucking kids on welfare? Why? Explain to me why that's fair. Why? Because times are different. Cost of living, inflation. Okay.
A fragment of
I don't give a shit.
No.
No.
No. No.
Right now, cost of living in Florida, is not expensive. I know you've been away from Florida for a little bit, but housing market
It's
in
way
Florida
less.
is booming. Booming. Housing market is booming down here in Florida. Cost of living is less down here in Florida. So if I could delete that message off this fucking thread, I would. Okay? It is not fair. So why aren't you making the same amount of money as you? Why? Because I don't have the same job as him. I don't have the experience that he does. Because he has a lot of experience. That's why he gets paid more. He worked hard. I'm getting there. Okay? I'm going to get there. I don't want something to be given to me just because it's given to me. That's just my way of thinking. Okay? I don't want my dad's paycheck just because the government, like, hey, here's $200,000 for the year. Just because your dad makes that much a year. No. My dad went to school. My dad went to Syracuse University when he was 16 years old. Graduated at 20. And has been working ever since. And it pisses me off that he came to this. Okay, so I'm being paid more than. If I'm being paid more, then why not get taxed on once for everything and call it a day? Okay, so you're telling me if you get taxed for everything. Okay, so again, I want to know if this is fair to you. You get taxed 30 to 40% to get free healthcare, and if you don't use it, does that seem fair? You're telling me you're gonna go to the doctor's office just to be like, hey, I know it's your last week, but might as well just use it up because I'm fucking paying for 30 to 40% of these taxes for free healthcare. The whole point of insurance is to use it if you need it. So I'm not gonna have these fuckers charge me 40% on taxes for something that I might not use. Where I much rather just pay my yearly premium. Here's that. Here's $1,000 for a year. Thank you. I'll call you if I need it. than having them take 40% and pay. Cause you're not paying for yourself, DJ. You're paying for everyone. I'm not going to pay for everyone with my art, my hurt on my money. That's my money. That's not your money. I'm not paying for you. I'm not paying for Mike. Why do I have to pay for them? But you save on income tax, retail tax, shipping tax, sales tax, social security tax. List goes on. I save on income tax. I'm already saving on income tax in Florida because there is no state income tax. You're making you're making it. I every month I'm saving like $500 after taxes.
Very interesting.
So in a year, okay, then move to fucking Florida. Okay, you live in New York right now, where you're getting taxed the fuck. You're getting taxed a lot right now.
That's the whole thing. You can't tax yourself into prosperity. I don't know how many times I gotta fucking say that.
Yeah, I can't move forward in life because I'm in New York. Yes, you can. Who said you can't? Who said you can't? Who said that you can't move forward in life because you live in New York? I I want to know how well New York does. Why should I be punished for living somewhere else? Exactly. You're living somewhere else in New York and you're being punished. You're being taxed like a motherfucker. You're being taxed.
Getting punished because you live in a liberal state. That's why you're getting punished.
That's what you're getting punished in New York. New York is only is a liberal state. You're getting punished for that. Come to Florida, you're not gonna get taxed. You'll be having so much money in your pocket where you're like, I don't know what to do with this money. That's how I feel right now. I don't know what to do with my money right now because I'm not getting taxed a fuck ton. And I pay for my health insurance. I pay for my car insurance. I pay for my renter's insurance.
That's why all the companies left the U.S. because they're getting taxed to death.
Florida's not the only state. Okay, but see, why can't it be everywhere? It is everywhere. It's not New York. New York is the only state in the country.
Move to Texas. You want to move to Texas?
You can move to Texas.
South Carolina.
There's a lot of states you can go to. No. There's a lot of states you can go. Why can't it be everywhere? It is everywhere. The only place it's not is New York.
All the liberal states. That's where it's not.
Exactly.
You want to go to Chicago? They fucking tax you, state tax you. They fucking go to California? They'll tax you to death.
Mm-hmm.
All the economies that are shit,
okay.
Go move to Detroit. They're great. That's a great economy there.
Yeah, DJ. Okay, but why should I have to move to another state? Why can't the whole country be the same? I don't know.
Great.
Talk to your government. Talk to your governor and say, hey, why can't we be like Florida? What if I don't like Texas because it's too hot? Grow some fucking balls. You live in Florida. You're Cuban. Or fucking Detroit because it's too cold. Nigga, you live in New York. What kind of excuses are these?
Vote out all the liberals in office.
What kind of excuse that Detroit? You live in New York. You're going to complain about the cold in Detroit? That's your best argument right there? Come on, man. The reason why it's not like this for the rest of the country is because of the liberal state, as Mike said. You're in a state where you're getting taxed the fuck out of to pay for someone else's college. I just want you to think about that. And I'm not saying that education is not important, and I think education does need a reform in this country. I absolutely
Not anymore. It's not important.
Well,
it's not as important as it used to be. It isn't.
There's
millions of jobs that are going filled because people think that that's the only way that they can get ahead in life.
Well, the thing is, the education does need to be reformed. That's the case. Like as a nation, we rank like in the bottom of every fucking category. Okay. Y'all are talking about the difference in other states. Okay.
Well, that's because of how we grown up and our parents instilling in us that everybody's got to go to fucking college.
I am getting taxed out the ass. Yeah, because you live in a I swear, Mike. How many times have we said this? You live in a liberal state, you're going to get taxed. When my parents lived in Pennsylvania, my dad got fucking taxed out the asshole.
If you don't like to get taxed, then don't be a socialist. That is
Don't live in New
socialism
York.
in its.
Don't live in New York.
That is so.
If you don't like being
That
taxed,
is.
talk to your
That's
governor.
what socialism wants to do. They want to grow government and tax everybody to fucking right out of prosperity. Exactly right.
That's exactly what it is. That's how it is working in Europe. They're taxing everyone there to pay for the free shit. It's not free.
That's why the European Union is fucking collapsing.
It's not free. Nothing is
Pay
free.
75%.
Nothing is ever free.
75% taxes.
75, and you're bitching about 40% right now. I'm for small government. I hate you. I hate you. And because of this, my girlfriend's gonna be mad because I was supposed to go watch Friends with her. Okay, so you're gonna have to answer her about why we just missed out on Friends. But here's my thing, DJ. In all honesty, socialism will never work. And I don't know how long socialism has been over there in Europe, but name a country that's used socialism and it succeed and it's still in play right now. As I think Europe is
It's
recent.
prospering. Any prospering economy that is socialist.
Yeah, I want to know a prospering country in socialism. Because you can say whatever you want. Venezuela, socialist country. And I just read that article to you. And it specifically said it was socialism. Socialism is a downfall of that economy. Culture.
John F. Kennedy. A tax cut means higher family income and higher business profits and a balanced federal budget. As national income grows, the federal government will ultimately end up with more revenues. Prosperity is the real way to balance our budget. By lowering tax rates, by increasing jobs and income, we can expand tax revenues and finally bring our budget into balance. That's your boy John F. Kennedy. That was like one of the best fucking
presidents?
Liberal presidents of his day, which is he'd be considered a conservative nowadays.
Okay, I'm not a socialist, but I can tell you that the reason why it succeeds, okay, it hasn't succeeded because if it succeeds, Venezuela wouldn't be in the shit that it's in right now. It does not succeed. It does not succeed. I'll tell you right now.
Ever.
Culture has nothing to do with it because Colombia is a democratic country that used capitalism, and they're booming. And they're
There's
booming.
not one single example.
There's never been a country that succeeded in. Fuck Venezuela! Don't say that. That's mean. They're suffering. And okay, but how long has Venezuela been a socialist country? Because Venezuela has been a socialist country since Chavez took office, and in less than 2 decades, look at them right now. That's not success. Success is longevity. Capitalism has been a success in this country since it's been implemented. Okay? That's success. So until Switzerland can do that, I'll be dead. So I won't know about
Switzerland's economy sucks, and almost half of their economy seems like it's leaving from the reports that I've read.
Socialism doesn't work. Socialism does not work. It will never work. The idea is great until you run out of money. That's how it always is. If capitalism worked here, then we wouldn't be in debt. We're not in debt because of capitalism. Anyways, I gotta go to bed because I'm sure my girlfriend's wondering why we haven't watched Friends yet. Nice debate. I'll be on tomorrow, same time. We can talk about this more.
I don't know why I even started that. No.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Oh, man.